this great nation, the land of the Renaissance. All hail Biafra. All hail the indigenous people of Biafra. All hail the land of the Renaissance. Biafra must be restored. Biafra must live. And Biafra must survive. By the name of Chukwu Abiama. Ebeka unusi Biafra. Ebeka unusi Biafra. Gaimara ko Biafra. Gawe bozo gabiri. Gaimara ko Biafra. Gawe bozo gabiri. Biafra is my home. They say the river cannot flow through the forest without bringing down trees. My dear people of Biafra, for many years we have been folding our arms, hoping that Biafra will come in a platter of pig and honey called dialogue. Once these wicked in return, they kill our brothers, they rape our women, they behead our children, they bomb our churches when we go to worship to Wabiama. No. Enough is enough. We can't take this anymore. We must fight to defend our land. The Biafra will learn. For he who wants peace must be ready for war. Ebeka unusi Biafra. Ebeka unusi Biafra. Gaimara ko Biafra. Gawe bozo gabiri. Gaimara ko Biafra. Gawe bozo gabiri. Biafra is my home. My people of Biafra, I'm laughing at you. Are we not ashamed of worshipless in a foreign land just to make a living? Are we not tired of marrying our mother to bed just to have leadership in a foreign land? Are we not tired of running from police and immigration, jumping condominium, rotting in jail? Ebeka unusi Biafra. Ebeka unusi Biafra. Gaimara ko Biafra. Gawe bozo gabiri. Gaimara ko Biafra. Gawe bozo gabiri. Biafra is my home. Ejiba, 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 Nzobu, 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 Ejiba, Nzobu, Ejiba, Ejiwachbu, Ejiba, Nzobu, Ejiba, Izobi, Ejiba, Zoboya, Ejiba, Ashikodanwa, Ejiba, Zoboya, Ejiba, Ebumasobu, Ejiba, Ndiro, Ejiba, Nzobu, Zobu, Ejiba, Ainga Zobuwa, Ejiba, Nzobu, Ejiba, Nzobu, Zobu, Ejiba, Nzobu, Ejiba, Nzobu, Zobu, Ejiba, Nzobu, Ejiba. Nambo, Kovidoro, Nala Biafra, Kovidoro, 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 Nambo, Kovidoro, Nala Biafra, Kovidoro. It don't tell me today. I say it don't tell me today. Oh, but that guy you go out and over. I'm gonna catch you away, babu. You need to know about you. You need to know about you. Be a friend like me, I'm a cow. Kovidoro, Nala Biafra, Kovidoro, Nambo, Kovidoro, Nala Biafra, Kovidoro. We get direct from God. We are the lost to the people. We the Biafra people. And even need to go to the embassy. There is nothing God cannot do. There is nothing Chukwu Abiama cannot do. It's only go anywhere they are. We are all engineers. We have medical doctors. We have medical practitioners. Biafra land is a settled land. Nambu, Kovidoro, Nala Biafra, Kovidoro. Nambu, Kovidoro, Nala Biafra, Kovidoro. Nambu, Kovidoro, Nala Biafra, Kovidoro. I'm your doctor, now you will real. I'm an engineer, now you will real. So shine so bright all time. The whole world will praise you. Nobody can stop us. Nobody can change us. Nobody can send us. Yeah. They will know. They will know. The sun is rising. From east to west, from north to south, the sun is rising. All your wings will fly, and be proud of who you are. Because the sun is rising. It's shining so bright, all over the world. Because the sun is rising. Windows and doors, feel like the beginning. When I think about how blessed we are, bumps all over my body. Sunrise with the clock strike. That's the secret side. Flashes of phone flashes, daily lights from two houses. Going down 1 minute, the action I see malice. Lord on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful club, all around the world. Lord on the ground, this is how we fly. Our beautiful club, all around the world. We go carry the cross together, walk through to Zion, the sun will rise. How the victory sound. It's the west, the make the sound. It's the sun is rising. It's the wind of flow, all over the world. Because the sun is rising. Still be shining so bright, all over the world. We are the sun, we are rising. You know, the sun is rising. We know where you are. You should see the sun is rising. Because the sun is rising. The sun we are rising. IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. One family. IPOB. This song is specially dedicated to all the Biafrans all over the world. Ambo, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Obodo, Obodo, nke isi ala Mbano local government, Imo State, in Biafra land. A na-eme egwu a ka Chukwu ụwa niile na ihe nwanne anyị nwoke mere adịghị obi mma. Nwanne anyị nwoke Uche Mefọ, ihe o mere adịghị obi mma. Nwanne anyị nwoke na anyị na-eso wee na-atụ mmụọ. Ya wee tụgharịzie sị anyị na anyị na-esi mmụọ mmụọ. What a betrayal. Ka Chukwu na-aka ya ọnụ ụmụ Biafra. Ka anyị were n'otu obi, n'otu ịhụnanya, anyị ga-enweta Biafra ka anyị na-achọ. Ana m ekele onye isi anyị. Nke bụ MAZI Nnamdi Kanu Ọhamadike. Onye nke Chineke họpụtara ka o wee duru anyị n'ala nke Biafra. Dịka Mozis si wee duru Izrel, wee duru ha n'osimiri Uhie. Otu a ka nwanne anyị nwoke a ga-esi wee duru anyị n'ala nke e kwere anyị na nkwa. Nke bụ ala Biafra. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, jisie ike n'ọrụ. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, ihe na-eme dị anyị mma. Ana m arịọ Chineke nna ka onye nkwado ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi ike ka amamihe nke ga-eji wee duru anyị n'ala nke e kwere anyị na nkwa. Onye ọbụla nke na-echere gị echiche ọjọọ, onye ahụ ga-eji isi ya wee buru ya. Ka anyị were n'otu obi, anyị ga-enweta ihe anyị na-achọ. Biafra biko anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko tienụ ụta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa nwa famili ka anyị ji aga udo ga-achị. Akwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Uche Mefo, Sleeping DJ, obodo dị ka m gbara gị, ọkwa iwu na otu isi wee wuo onwe gị n'ala, ọkwa iwu na otu isi wee wụkasị onwe gị n'ala to the extent that everywhere all over the world, ọ bụ akụkọ gị ka a na-akọzi. Ebe ọ bụla enwere mmadụ abụọ ma ọ atọ nọ, ọnwa akụkọ Uche Mefo ka a na-akọzi, otu o si wee wuo onwe ya n'ala, otu o si wee disgrace onwe ya, otu o si wee betray ya ndị Biafra. Upon all the trust MAZI Nnamdi Kanu wee wuo onwe gị n'ala. Chirota wee disappoint ndị niile na-eso gị n'azụ. Uche Mefo, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu trust chara gị to the extent ọ sị na ọ bụrụ na ịhụ nwaanyị ọ gara ịkpọta otu chara nwaanyị. Uche Mefo, onye mere gị ọ gaghị adịrị ya na mma. Ịgbaziela ị na-akọ onye sọrọ gị, ị na-akọ ụdị ihe sọrọ gị na laịf. Iche na MAZI Nnamdi Kanu ga-atụpụrụ gị ọnụ. Ị na-achọ ka ọ bịa saa gị okwu, ọ karịgo that level. Silence is the best answer to the fool. You are just making fool of yourself. Uche Mefo, ị ma na ọ bụrụ gị etinyere na prison wee kweghị nkwa niile nke e kwere MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Uche Mefo, ị ga-anara ego chi n'abalị na-asọ Biafra. Gaa tụrụ m anya na ị ga-anara ego chi na-asọ Biafra. Ọchịrị MAZI Nnamdi Kanu etinyere ya n'ụlọ mkpọrọ wee kwe ya nkwa niile nke ekwere ya. O nweghị ndị nkwa na-ekweghị ya ka o wee dị na-asọ Biafra. Ma MAZI Nnamdi Kanu pụrụla chi wee kwụsị ike na Biafra si na o nweghị ike ịdị na-asụ Biafra. O kwekwara ya bifọ ya baa ime na o nweghị ike ịdị na-asụ Biafra, na o nweghị ike ibitere Biafra, ọchịrị ndị Biafra ga-ebitere ya. Ihe ahụ o kwuru abụọ bịara na mmezu. This betrayal bidoro from 2015 oge a kpọchiri MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. This betrayal bidoro from Emefeso and Clifford Iruanya and Uche. Ọ kwado nwa same Uche Mefo onye fightere against it. But lee na adịghị ihe na-enwe onwe gị. Ị werere aka gị wee betray sie ya same person na fight gbakọ. Just Uche Mefo, ihe otu isi wee wuo onwe gị n'ala, ihe otu isi wee mebisi aha gị. This nonsense human rights is like a baby. Can you know about human rights? What do you know about human rights? MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is already fighting for human rights. He lost his father and his mother in fighting for human rights. Uche Mefo, you are just a betrayer. If you feel that you are military resign now because everyone knows people. Beginnings in all people dead, everybody unaware, but what know about it? Uche Mefo, what we need is actions. What's your MAZI Nnamdi Kanu? The Eastern Security Network offer a single-handedly. And this is not even our army. This is just Eastern Security Network. Our army is with you surface by the special grace of people Biafra. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu said it. Forward ever, backward never. Together we move. Together we achieve this Biafra. Every sons and daughters of Biafra, please, I want us to give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu our maximum support. When we know to it, we must surely get to the promised land. He's here. Oh, Biafra, biko, anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Oh, Biafra, biko, si n'ụlọ jikọta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa famili ka anyị ji aga udo ga-achị. Ọkwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga udo ga-achị. Oh, Biafra, biko, anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ. Jisike n'ọrụ gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri. Jisike n'ọrụ gị ihe ga-adị mma. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko sienụ jikọta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa one family ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo ga-achị. Ọ bụ otu obi ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Udo ga-achị n'anyị. IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. One family. IPOB. Ana m ayọkwa Chukwu okike abịa ma ka onye ndị IPOB ogologo ndụ na arụsi ike na amamihe nke ha ga-eji wee rụọ ọrụ a wee ruo ya n'isi. Anyị ma na ọrụ ha adịghị isi. Mana onye ọbụla nke ya na Chukwu okike abịa ma so ụjọ agaghị atụ ya. Nwachukwu okike abịa ma ọma dịke ihe pụrụ gị na-eme. Jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ. Jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri. Jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị ihe ga-adị. Biafra biko sienụ ụghọta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa one family ka anyị ji aga ụghọta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga ụghọta udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Uche Mefo, Sleeping DJ, obodo dị ka m gbara gị. Ọkwa iwu na otu isi wee wuo onwe gị n'ala. Ọkwa iwu na otu isi wee wụkasị onwe gị n'ala to the extent that everywhere all over the world, ọ bụ akụkọ gị ka a na-akọzi. Ebe ọ bụla e nwere mmadụ abụọ ma ọ bụ atọ nọ, ọnwa akụkọ Uche Mefo ka a na-akọzi. Otu o si wee wuo onwe ya n'ala. Otu o si wee disgrace onwe ya. Otu o si wee betray ya ndị Biafra. Ọkpọrọ only trust Maazị Nnamdi Kanu nwere ebe ị nọ. Isi ụta wee wuo onwe gị n'ala. Jiri ụta wee disappoint ndị niile na-eso gị n'azụ. Uche Mefo, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu trust chara gị jiri extent ọ sị na ọ bụrụ na ịhụ nwaanyị ọ karịa ịlụta otu esi alụ nwaanyị. Uche Mefo, onye mere gị ihe ọ gaghị adịrị ya na mma. Ịgbazie laịf, ị na-akọ onye sọrọ gị. Ị na-akọ ụdị ihe sọrọ gị na laịf. Iche na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ga-atụpụrụ gị ọnụ. Ị na-achọ ka ọ bịa saa gị okwu, ọ karịgo that level. Silence is the best answer to the fool. You are just making fool of yourself. Uche Mefo, ị ma na ọ bụrụ gị ka etinyere na prison wee kwenye nkwa niile ahụ nke e kwere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. Uche Mefo, ị ga-anara ego chi n'abalị na-asọ Biafra. Nke ahụ doro m anya na ị ga-anara ego chi na-asọ Biafra. Ụbọchị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu etinyere ya n'ụlọ mkpọrọ wee kwe ya nkwa niile nke e kwere ya. O nweghị ụdị nkwa na-ekweghị ya ka o wee bido asọ Biafra. Ma Maazị Nnamdi Kanu pụrụla chi wee kwụsị ike na Biafra si na o nweghị ike ịdị na-asụ Biafra. Okwu kwere ya bifọ ya baa ime na o nweghị ike ịdị na-asụ Biafra, na o nweghị ike ibite Biafra, ụbọchị na ndị Biafra ga-ebite ya. Ihe ahụ o kwuru abụọ bịara na mmezu. This betrayal bidoro from 2015 oge ahụ akpọchiri Maazị Nnamdi Kanu. This betrayal bidoro from the non-meso and Gilbert iru anya and Uche. Ọ kwado nwa the same Uche Mefo onye fightere against it. But lee na adịzi ihe na-enwe onwe gị. Ị werela aka gị wee betray sie that same person ị na-fight bafọ. Uche Mefo, onye mere gị ha. Ya otu isi wee wuo onwe gị n'ala. Ya otu isi wee mebisi aha gị. This nonsense human rights is like a baby. Can you know about human rights? What do you know about human rights? Maazị Nnamdi Kanu is already fighting for human rights. He lost his father and his mother in fighting for human rights. Uche Mefo, you are just a betrayer. If you know, I am going to resign now because everyone knows people. The killings in all people, everybody unaware. But what do you know about it? Uche Mefo, what we need is actions. What's your Maazị Nnamdi Kanu? The Eastern Security Network offer a single-handedly, and this is not even our army. This is just Eastern Security Network. Our armies will see surface by the special grace of Chukwu Kikadiama. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu salute. Forward ever, backward never. Together we move. Together we achieve this Biafra. Every sons and daughters of Biafra, please, I want us to give MAZI Nnamdi Kanu our maximum support. That will not truly. We must surely get to the promised land. His name. Umu Biafra biko, kanyi bikota, udogati. Umu Biafra biko senu bikota, udogati. Opa wako mili kanyi diaga, udogati. Opa tuobi kanyi diaga, udogati. Umu Biafra biko, kanyi bikota, udogati. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, Jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ. Jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri. Jisike n'ọrụ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko sienụ jikọta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa wafọ mmiri ka anyị ji aga jikọta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Udo ga-achị n'anyị. IPOB, one family. IPOB, one family. One family. IPOB. Ana ayọkwa Chukwu okike abịama onye ndị IPOB ogologo ndụ na-arụsi ike na amamihe ka ha ga-eji wee rụọ ọrụ a wee ruo ya n'isi. Anyị ma na ọrụ adịghị isi. Mana onye ọbụla nke ya na Chukwu okike abịama so ụjọ agaghị atụ ya. Nwachukwu okike abịama ọhamadike ihe pụrụ gị na-eme. Isi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ. Isi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri. Isi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma. Ana m ekelekwa all the coordinators all over the world. Ana m ayọkwa Chukwu okike abịama ka onye ụlọ ogologo ndụ na-arụ isi gị nke unu ga-eji wee rụọ ọrụ a wee rụrụ onwe ya n'isi. Jisie n'ike na ihe ọbụla unu na-eme. Were n'otu obi na ihe ọbụla unu na-eme. Ma bụrụ na ya n'obi na sọ onye ọrụ nwere ụgwọ. No matter what, ka anyị wezụga na ihe ọbụla ga-ebute nkewa n'etiti anyị. Maka anyị werekwa n'otu obi wee sọpọtụ nwanne anyị nwoke abụ MAZI Nnamdi Kanu ọhamadike. One thing is sure, at the end, we all shall rejoice. Sure. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko sienụ jikọta udo ga-achị. Ọkwa wafọ mmiri ka anyị ji aga udo ga-achị. Ọkwa otu obi ka anyị ji aga udo ga-achị. Ụmụ Biafra biko ka anyị jikọta udo ga-achị. Udo ga-achị n'anyị o. Anyị nwere isi ego n'okwu obi ụmụnne. Anyị were okwu obi anyị ga-enweta ihe na-atọ ụmụnne m. I support nwanne anyị. MAZI Nnamdi Kanu, jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị so gị n'azụ. Jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị anyị ga-enwe mmeri. Jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị ihe ga-adị mma. Jisi ike n'ọrụ ọma gị Biafra ga-enwerịrị isi. Ka anyị were okwu obi nwanne m. Let us take one mind. We shall get to the promised land, my brothers and sisters. Ụmụ Igbo, Jesus, Otomi, Ejam, Delphi, Ibibio, Aram, Orami, Igodomigodo, Kogi, Iduma, Benua, Igada, Igede, please. Jesus. Precious. Respectez Youssouf, Ivandash, Fébix, Detilis, Francis, Righteous. People rise, we will dance, so people rise, we will dance, so yes, you rise, we will dance, and you know, dance. I'm really well, get your leak. I'm really well, I'm really well, keep them like I'm really well, I'm really well, keep them like I'm really well, I'm really well, keep them like I'm really well, keep them like I'm really well. Eastern Security Network ọkwa ha nọrọ onwe ha ya ga-eburu ọgụ wee bịaba ndị na-eche Biafra chee ọkwa ha nọrọ onwe ha ya ga-eburu ọgụ wee bịaba mana ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụzi Dabi nọ n'ọsọ ọ bụ gịnị ka anyị na-anụ Dabi nọ n'ọsọ akwa onye ọbụla nọ n'ọsọ Dabi nọ n'ọsọ.
Anytime go outside, we dey do
Eastern security is here to get on. Then they tell your brother, you see, they get on. If it's all of our men, I hear we're beautiful people, great dear friends, wherever you are on the face of this very planet, this very Friday morning of the 12th day of the third month in the year that our Most High Elohim has created. We welcome each and every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. To some of you, this is a live presentation because the time now is 2 minutes past 7 a.m. in the land of Biafra, 2 minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you are. And as always, and as usual, as I welcome you, please endeavor to welcome other people as well. Today's session is going to be interactive. It is going to be a question and answer session. You'll be able to ask your questions and I will be able to deal with it. That is the way we dispense with innuendo, with gossip, and with outright lies. We deal with all of that on this glorious platform, and this day will not be an exception. As always, we are broadcasting on multiple channels, on multiple platforms. We are on YouTube, University of Radio Biafra on YouTube. We are, of course, on IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra app. We are also streaming this content on Twitter, on my official Twitter handle at MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. I believe I have about 271,000 followers. Not enough, of course, due to the efforts of our enemies to suppress and to try to deny your space, to tell the world what is actually happening in the damnable zoological republic. That notwithstanding, we resolutely, of course, and relentlessly continue to pursue this glorious restoration of Biafra. There is nothing the enemies can do. We are pushing ahead resolutely, and Biafra is very, very imminent. And as always, please tell those who are around you, because we are also on FM. We are on satellite and, of course, on things tuning as well, and all other platforms that you can receive our broadcast and our live transmission on. I welcome you this very morning, and as always, we're going to pray very shortly, and then after that, we're going to open our lines. I will give you the telephone number to call, and then we shall be able to interact. Our interaction today is going to be purely on Signal. Purely on Signal. That is the number that I will give out. It is on Signal. If you call us, we'll be able to take your call. We are not going to take any calls on WhatsApp, not at all. It's going to be on Signal. I will give you a number to call. If you call that very number, you should be able to get us this very morning. But first of all, let us pray. Is onye nwanyị na Chineke na nke pụrụ m ihe niile eze ndị nsọ. Onye ọbụla na ya na Chikere bụ na ọbara aka gị ka ụnụ. Anyị na-aja gị mma wee na-eto aha nsọ gị mgbe niile n'ime ndụ anyị. Agbanyeghị n'ime ọnọdụ nke anyị nwe anyị nọ n'ime ya. Ọ bụ na asụsụ eluigwe, asụsụ ndị mmụọ ozi ji wee na-aja gị mma ka anyị na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị n'isi ụtụtụ a n'ụwa niile ihe abalị. Agbanyeghị ihe niile nke anyị nwe anyị na-agabiga eze ebe dị ngozi were enye gị otuto n'ụzọ pụrụ iche na asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezụga gị, anyị anaghị efe arụsị, n'ihi na arụsị bụ ihe ọjọọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-akpụ isi ala nye. Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, nye ogboro ụmụ gị were eche gị n'iru n'ụbọchị nke taa. Tụmadụ bụ ndị echi echi nọ n'ụlọ nga ndị nọ n'ụlọ ike, onye bere ihe dị iche iche, ndị a tụrụ enweghị ikpe ọbụla nke ekpere ha. Onye ọma Chineke na-ebe ka iwe kasị obi, bịa ka iwe egbe ezinụlọ ume, bịa ka iwe nye ha nkasi obi nke pụrụ iche. N'ihi na igbede maasị anwụ niile nke ha onwe ha na-ata nna nke ebere dị ngozi, ọbịa ga-emetụta gị n'obi ka Biafra wee bịa. Anyị wee na-arịọrị nna nke ebere ka iwe chebe ndị dị etu a, tụmadị ndị gabigara ihe ọjọọ niile dị iche iche n'aka ndị iro. Ụmụ nwaanyị anyị ndị nne ka ha ara ndị na-ata ahụhụ n'obodo ekwensu bụzuru na nke nke na-enyefere aka nsọ nke gị, biko ka iwe bịa ka iwe bụọrọ ha ọbụ. Anyị niile bụ ndị na-ata ahụhụ na nke ebere ka iwe bụọrọ anyị ọbụ. Ihe ọbụla gị bụ onye nzọpụta, ọbụla gị bụ Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile. Ọbịa mere ntụkwasị obi anyị niile, olileanya anyị na-ebu n'aka gị ka ọ na eze ebe dị ngozi. Dị ka esi wee zọpụta Izrel n'aka ndị iro n'obodo ekwensu bụ Ijipt, dị ka esi wee zọpụta mmadụ bụ Biafra n'obodo ruru unyi bụ Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị nna nke ebere dị ngozi n'ụbọchị nketa n'ụwa niile ka iwe echebe ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra ebe ha dị iche iche, ka iwe leta ezinụlọ gị bụ anyị ka iwe gị bego nwetakara iwe ka iwe leta ndị nche bụ State Security Network ezi ebere dị ngozi, biko n'ihi na ọ bụ site n'aka ndị dị etu a n'ọrụ aka ha na nke ebere and you went to you not there, and I said, you couldn't onion salt in it where but turning us up in the hands of one robbery native Canada. He said, I know that this very program this morning was not heavily advertised as we normally do, that we are live all the same and direct endeavor to share this across multiple platforms, that others may also be able to partake and participate in our program this very day. I am going to open the line. Please get your pen and paper ready because I'm going to give you a telephone number to call. And it's on Signal, please. On Signal. Signal app is what we are using from now on in. The number is +44. It's a UK number, +44 77 61 82 53 46. Signal, please. +44 77 61 82 53 46. That is the number with which you can get hold of us this morning. If you have any questions to ask, please try and do so. We are going to answer your question. Once again, the number is +44 77 61 825 346. If you call us on that very line, we are going to be able to take your call. It is very, very important that you try and call us this very morning to air your views and opinions, and of course to ask very serious questions, because before I came on air, I came across a very, of course, distasteful and idiotic publication as usual. And normally I wouldn't respond to idiots, but I want to use this opportunity this very morning to respond to, should I say, to the very foolish publication by Vanguard newspaper. I would have thought that by now they would have learned their lessons, but of course not. It is the Zoological Republic. They are doing all they can to try to suppress this very glorious, noble effort we are making to restore the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this earth. Because this has been making the rounds, I think, since yesterday or 2 days ago. A very idiotic and, should I say, I wouldn't call it malicious because it has no significant effect upon what we are doing. A very hopeless attempt by DSS to try to change that which is right into what is wrong. The only reason why I am mentioning this today is because Vanguard newspaper had the temerity to publish it. It is called Change of IPOB's Registration Status. The headline reads, Change of IPOB's Registration Status vindicates our opposition group. And they are telling our people to disassociate themselves from IPOB, which is laughable, of course. These are people working for APC, working for the Zoological Republic, a non-existent group. I don't know how the zoo can take lying and deception to this new inglorious level. A group that doesn't exist. We have searched and searched for those they claim are their spokespersons, and they do not exist. They are called the Coalition of Southeast Professionals Network in Nigeria and Diaspora, a group created by DSS. They sent one idiot to go and do a video full of lies. And somebody even had the audacity to send such nonsense to me. And to my shock, horror, and surprise, even Vanguard newspaper of all people published this junk. Brown envelope journalism taken too far. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed. The idiot did a video. Those of them now recruited and working for MI5 in conjunction with DSS in the zoo. They came out to publish junk, or should I say to announce rubbish, that the status of IPOB
was changed in the USA. That is what some idiots, all of these fools fathered by Fulani Janjaweed before, during, or after the war, or maybe their parents. They don't know who we are, that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is why if you're in IPOB and you have any blemish, once you are of a suspicious disposition, the devil will go into you and you will leave IPOB. We don't search you, you will run away from IPOB. And the one then saw very clean and neat, unblemished, untouchable. They have sought ways to try to diminish what we are doing. They have not succeeded. They have recruited AFP people. They paid money to AFP through one idiot that calls himself Johnny, that works for ABC and Buratai. Writing junk, and AFP will publishing such rubbish because they need money. That is what they're using the money to do, to try to deceive the world about what is actually happening in the damnable zoological republic. But we are aware of their threats, and we are doing all we can to counter them at every point. The disappointing thing today is that a whole Vanguard newspaper published such junk, unverified news, brown envelope journalism. That is why Nigerians are blind. That is why the animals in the zoo cannot see properly. That is why their lives are idiotic and useless to the core, because of the brand of journalism that they practice. They think they can deceive people by lying. Here, we expose your lies and we destroy it. All of you working for the zoo, under your new Nigeria, under your constitutional law, whatever, force measure, that rubbish, you know it's never ever going to work. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because the Janjaweed are in control of your lives. You want to bring such nonsense to us? I have a few questions to ask. Vanguard newspaper this morning. Because Vanguard newspaper published this junk, and I want to ask him a very simple question. Because it is through cross-examination in the court of law that you determine those who are lying and those who are telling the truth. It is very, very sad indeed that after even all these years of education and enlightenment, black people, especially in the zoo, continue to behave like the wild fish and animals that they are. Very, very sad indeed. A journalist, you are sat down in your office in Lagos, doing nothing. Somebody brought you a piece of junk with perhaps 4,850 naira in the bank. And you published your such junk without even the benefit of going to ordinary Google to ask if what they're saying is correct. One idiot or somewhere very close to a book in Suleja did a video and was circulating. Vanguard saw it fit to publish such rubbish through a group called CCPND that doesn't exist. People know that this very group doesn't exist. Yet people are there reading and digesting what is pure rubbish. I don't know what is wrong with black people. I don't know who did this to you. How gossip and rubbish attract your attention so much. Very, very sad indeed. Out of this very junk, because if you write good things about us, we talk about it. You write bad things about us, we also talk about it. To present some semblance of balance, that the world may know who the liars and the deceivers are. Change of IPOB's registration status vindicates our position. I'm going to open the line very, very shortly, please. Do bear with me. I want to deal with this very issue once and for all. A non-existent group. The journalist that wrote this rubbish for Vanguard, his name is Joseph Erunke, whatever garbage that name means. Joseph Erunke. E-R-U-N-K-E. He is writing on behalf of the Coalition of Southeast Professionals Network in Nigeria and Diaspora, a group created by DSS, the Nigeria Secret Police. They don't do anything in their useless lives, only to be abducting innocent people. Looking for those that must have said something against their useless, idiotic, Fulani, Janjaweed presidency. They cannot stop terrorists. They cannot stop the subversion and sabotage of the zoo economy, which is what they were set up to do. All they do is to be going about arresting innocent people, and they claim their intelligence agency. That's all they do. And at their spare time, All they do is to create and fabricate groups that do not exist. That is why the life of a black person is full of lies and deception. Very, very sadly. A group that doesn't exist. Vanguard has not even asked DSS, please, can you tell us who is in charge of this group? As any sensible, decent journalist would do. They will not do it. It's to sit down in their office, accept a brown envelope and start to publish rubbish. They say they're commending Buhari also on development of the region. I'm sure that some of you must have seen the news about the narrow gauge. You know what the narrow gauge red line is? Some of you are celebrating, saying you celebrate MAZI. From Abuja to Lagos to Sokoto, they all use broad gauge. Some of you, I don't know the type of school that you went to. It's a thing of shame, to be honest with you. That some of you don't even know the difference between a narrow gauge and a broad gauge in railway. Very, very sad. They said they're going to rehabilitate your railway. Rehabilitation, not construct a new broad gauge, but a narrow gauge. The same that Britain used to move our produce to seaport in water before shipping it abroad. I do not know what is wrong with some of you. Honestly speaking, I have no idea what is wrong with some of you. But here we are going to educate you until you become enlightened, even if we have to do it by force. This very group that doesn't exist, created by the Nigerian government to attack IPOB and to attack the entire Biafran agenda and of course my good self. They said that I changed the status of IPOB in England, that I changed it, and that I put my name and that of my wife on the registration of IPOB in the United Kingdom. Something that is a blatant lie. A blatant lie. Deception. Peddled by idiots working for the zoo, hoping for a new Nigeria. They are working in collaboration with those of them who are deceivers and liars, telling you about a new Nigeria. Through Biafra agitation, you get a new Nigeria. There are mad people everywhere, lunatics everywhere. Maybe. They claim that Kanu changed the documentation of IPOB as a business organization based in London and owned by himself and the wife. Vanguard could not bother to just Google Company's House, United Kingdom. Every business registration in England is registered with Company's House in Cardiff, Wales. Every business registration. A whole Vanguard newspaper could not go to dive in to find out if this stupid nonsense from DSS is true or not. They couldn't do it. Because they know we are growing stronger, they know we are waxing all over the world, they know that ESM has come to stay. They know that our people in the diaspora, they are funding ESM, they don't understand it very well. They want to get into your heart, they know how to leave command some of your stupid. Once you talk about money and business, all your antennas rise up. Without asking them, please, can you show us proof? Where is this registration you are talking about entered into? You claim it's in England, then show us the proof. Anybody this morning can go to Company's House, UK, go to Google, type in Company's House, UK, search for IPOB, and search for the directors of all the registered IPOB concern you have. IPOB is a community interest group. It is not a business. Nobody registered anything. Neither myself nor my wife, nobody. They said it's on the 16th of January. I challenge anybody to go. Look at how DSS, as stupid as they are, look at how they are lying like little children. Little Alabajiri children who are full of lies. And they are here. They think they can deceive people. You don't know I'm alive, you cannot deceive people. You cannot. Mbapé said, you cannot, you see a rat in the house, cannot steal something from somebody who is awake. Only if you're sleeping. You bring all this your stupid, idiotic lies and you want people to believe you. A group that doesn't exist. Nobody has ever asked the question, who is the leader of it? Why don't they grant live interview? I am live and direct and what is this? A fake group. Designed by DSS and given to some of you claiming you're fighting for Biafra, some of you being deceived by MI5, some of you idiots that have only power and glory and money making at heart. You are not freedom fighters and can never be. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Because as a freedom fighter, you are called to serve your people. You don't arrogate that very position to yourself. All of you using Biafra to be working for MI5, using Biafra to be working for the Suchiri Gabun Okro, all of you will be disgraced comprehensively and totally. I'm telling you, and you will all die a very shameful and miserable death. All of you peddling this junk, that some of you are even so idiotic, one fool actually sent it to me. Is it true? Can't you go to Google and Google UK company's house and go to IPOB and see those who are registered there or not? And see if the name of my wife is there or not. That is why Africa is backwards. People don't even do common research. Common research to go and find out if an allegation is true or false. Common allegation is just to be peddling it because you're very lazy mentally autistic. That's why you're poor and wretched. That's why Africa is backwards, and that's what we are fighting very, very hard to reverse. They claim that cannot change the documentation. So that when Biafrans will hear it, hey, Chimo, he changed it. Have you heard it? I will no longer contribute. All they are trying to do is to stop the funding of ESN. That's what they're looking for. If you don't, let me tell you. They know that some of you are very stupid and hopeless. Once you listen to gossip, your life, your brain will enter into overdrive. They know how to get you. Look at how Flammy Janjaweed are playing with your brain cells. So you will stop funding IPOB. The idiot that looks like somebody who hasn't been employed since graduation are saying, I have now given up. I'm no longer going to do this. I'm now going to work with a group that is working with the Nigerian government. Can you believe such rubbish? And Vanguard newspaper had the temerity to publish such junk. They are part and parcel of the problem in the zoo. The quality, or should I say, lack of decent journalism in the zoo is part of the problem bedeviling that damnable zoological republic. No wonder white people see black people as natural liars and deceivers. The whole newspaper publishing not only falsehood from a group that doesn't exist, a group that do not exist. Because they were formed by DSS, given to Vanguard newspaper to publish, and they've been giving money to them. They give money to a journalist in Nigeria to publish anything for them. But unfortunately for them, they never knew they'll respond to this. But I will. All they're trying to do is to stop the funding. I maintain that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. That is why Elohim is with us. That is why anything we say comes to pass. Because God Almighty in heaven can see the hearts of men. Once you're honorable, anything you say will come to pass. That is how you know. By these signs you shall know them. When they say something and it comes to pass, you know that you are on the right path. What is it? There's only one thing that I've said that hasn't happened yet. Of course, it happened somehow last year where we won the full manifestation of it, which is the coming of Biafra, or the declaration of the Biafran Republic. Everything else I've said has come to pass. Hasn't it? Who have I caused that is not dead? I ask you. Apart from the hotelier, I told him that a vulture will eat his flesh. The hotel builder, you vultures with it. I'm saying it live on air so you understand me. The day it will happen, I will tell you I told you so. I will make reference to this very broadcast. Vulture will eat the hotelier's body. These idiots in their pipeline security with their BBC connivance, they think they can come and deceive us again. Of course, they are lying and they are joking. We are doing our freedom fighting in a very special way, not the way that black people normally do it, because you people don't have to live on the stomach to fight. You're looking for your daily bread. Even when you have a car, you want a bigger car. That is not freedom fighting. Gossiping cannot give you freedom or make you become like us or make you as famous as we are or make you as relevant as we are or make our people to listen to you. They can never listen to you. It's impossible because our people are reasonable enough to understand those who are fighting for them in truth and in every honesty. People ask us our secret and we'll tell them it's only one thing. Biafrans only love one thing in their life, which is the truth. They themselves may not be perfect, but they want to hear the truth from you. Once you tell them the truth and they see that you're consistent, they will follow you. And that is what DSS, by creating this useless group, is trying to should I say, to frustrate. That's what they're trying to do. To make you to go off, to make you to begin to think otherwise. Whereas the group doesn't exist. And the news they're peddling is falsehood, blatant falsehood. You have Google on your smartphone, on your iPad, on your computer. Go and Google it and see if my wife's name is on any company in the UK, unless they have registered it on the and if they do, of course, we will let them to court. Let them try it now. They understand that very well. Look at how they're playing with your brain, all of you. Very, very sad. So I am placing a warning to the publisher, not to the editor, to the publisher of Vanguard newspaper, that such journalism is responsible for what is happening in the zoo today. They too are complicit, not just for an agent of Buddhism, but the quality of journalism in Nigeria is lamentable. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad. Reacting to this in a statement, the coalition called on well-meaning Igbo sons and daughters to pull out of the group because they know that we are coming. They know that IPOB is very strong. They will tell you this Igbo. They know that IPOB is everywhere. I've been holding meetings with every relevant stakeholder in the southern part of Biafra and across the region. You see the effort they are making with their BBC to narrow our agitation, to make it Igbo. They know that we are everywhere. I keep holding meetings with important people, with youth groups right across the length and breadth of Biafra land, even to the so-called middle belt. They don't know this. They don't know that we are in control. They have no idea. They try to narrow down the Igbo this, Igbo that. When that fails, they now come up with their lies. Nnamdi Kanu registered something with his wife, which is a lie. Can't you listening to this rubbish, can't you go into Google and Google something and find out? I told them that they will come with every trick in the book. And we are going to defeat all of them. Every trick in the book, they will come with it. We are going to defeat all of them. I'm telling you. People are calling and we must go to them this morning because this was meant to be an interactive session. But I have to deal with the lies and the gossip and because maybe they saw the pictures that was released of me. Some of them are even trying to look like me. Some of them are now keeping their beard, the lower beard. They try to maybe dye it a bit of white so it can look like my own. So they can look. People as ugly as Satan himself. They want to appear somehow decent because they have seen my photos on social media. They want to look. Maybe they think they look handsome. Somehow people will start following them. Go. If you're ugly both inside and out. I am 53 years old. But I'm sure I don't look it. Because Elohim can see that my heart is pure and genuine. Nobody loves their people more than I do. Nobody can love their friends, of course, apart from God in heaven. No human being can. No, sacrifice what you have sacrificed to ensure that their friend is safe. Nobody can, they cannot do it. If you buy them one Cherokee Jeep 4x4, they capitulate, float one contract and come and guide the pipeline for me. They start falling over themselves. We are unbribable. I remember many years ago I told Biafrans in the US, you will fund this struggle if you like it or not, you will fund it. You people will pay for it. That is the reason why Elohim sent you to USK. Not to go and better yourselves and your families, but to fund this for this very time that we are in. And as at the time they have now started to respond, that is when DSS and some idiots working for the Sioux, claiming they are fighting for Biafra, is now coming out to talk rubbish. Every Sabo will be defeated and disgraced. And finally, you'll be tried and you'll be hanged. There is no escaping from this very fact. It doesn't matter what you do. Even those I don't talk to, those I don't respond to, idiots everywhere talking rubbish. When we mention their names, we have seen ESN everywhere waxing very strong. They won't talk about it. They saw our sisters who were being raped. We just released them. For them, they know we paid over 9 million. Nobody will talk about it. Nobody will come to IPOB and say, all this money you're spending to release people from Abuja, where are you getting it from? Nobody will ask that stupid question. Because they are idiots and they are fools. They abduct our people from old people, take them to Abuja, separated them everywhere. We went to the army barracks to go and find them and to release them, take them to court and release them. We have spent over 26 million naira trying to free our people. 26 million. Tell me which other group of people has done that before. Both those who are not IPOB, we release everybody because all are their friends. See why Chukwukabiama love and bless us always. Because our heart is clean. As all those people released from detention, has any of them before been to an IPOB meeting? Most of them, no. They just set them on the streets and they took them. We released them. Paid a whole lot of money to release them. Money that belongs to IPOB family worldwide. Ask the hotelier, they give him money to run Biafra and he'll be busy building hotels and hostels. That is why nobody takes him seriously. That is why nobody follows him anymore. That is why he's afraid. He thinks I will go after him. I'm not going to go after you. Elohim will kill you. You will die and vultures will eat your flesh. I can't go after you. You're irrelevant. Idiots, I don't even mention their names. They'll be yapping rubbish every blessed day. Even the pig in the creek, talking rubbish every blessed day. You have eaten your money and built your schools in Cotonou. So why are you bothered about freedom? You don't know that those that gave you that money, they understand you very well. How many times did they come to me? They offered me Biafra of Igbo territory alone, Southeast, and I said no. Because there are Igbo people everywhere. We are all Igbo people, if you like it or not. At the end of this very day, of course, you come to the very realization that what I'm saying is correct. I said no, I want the whole of Biafra. They gave me all their money in the world, and I said no. Not once, not twice. I said no. They ran to my parents to go and bribe my parents, and I said, my parents said no. All you poverty-stricken idiots that think that by going into freedom fighting somehow you make money, you are mistaken. You are grossly mistaken. You don't know what you're in for. Believe you me. We are the children of light. We answer that name for a reason. The children of the Most High. That is who we are. And that is why we are here. Our lines are open now, please. You may call us. If you call us, we will, of course, take your call. And some of you, I may even extend you the courtesy of having to return your calls. Please, one at a time, I beg of you. Some have been calling and calling and calling. Once I accept you, because it is signal, you need to be accepted. Once I accept you, then you can then call. You can call, please. Once I accept you, you can then call. I have a caller on the line, please. Give us your name and where you're calling from, and then ask me a very difficult question, please. If it is a rumor or gossip, ask and I will answer you live and direct so that the whole world can hear.
On the number by Your Excellency, I'm Evangelist Susan Akuwoki, coming from Biafra land.
Thank you very much.
Protect and keep you. You will lead us to Biafra. Please, my simple question is about the fasting and prayer. Some people said it had started.
No, it has not started yet. When it starts, I will announce it live on air on this glorious platform that God Himself has made. I will announce it. We have not started. Thank you very much. I will be in Israel to announce it, and then start our fasting and prayers from there. Thank you very, very much. They wanted clarification. I don't know why our people sometimes do not pay attention, they do not listen. I don't understand the reason why. I have another caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me? Give us your name and where you're calling from, please. The caller on the line, can you hear me for the last time? Can you hear me? No. If he's listening by his system, perhaps he is joining us for the very first time. and do not understand that once your call is taken, then you begin to speak. That was the reason why I had my secretary try to do not call again. If I accept your call and you do not speak immediately, then I will no longer take your call. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling from?
Good morning, my leader from here. My name is Pastor Jack, and I'm calling from Lagos.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, sir. I want to first of all appreciate you for your enormous work, and that you could care about continue to keep you to lead us into Biafra. So my question this morning is, sir, also Dimba, the Fulani administration in Imo State is becoming, in fact, not only becoming, it has become a problem to us. They are profiling our people and abducting our people. And we know that we deserve not anything we are going to do to actually take this genderweight slave that Imo State is Biafra land, and we cannot run away from him, rather he will run away from us. And secondly, I want our people to continue to support ESN to get them more equipped.
We don't beg anybody to support ESN. If you don't support them, probably will take over your land. Why are you begging? Why I'm not begging anybody to support? Why should you beg anybody to support? Is this some kind of charity? No, don't support ESN now. I'm probably will take over your village. As simple as that. It's not a question of begging. Why should you beg anybody to defend this father's compound? Don't beg anybody, please. Regarding the idiots, the Fulani imposed administrator of Imo State, that very fool, that original 419er, that same person that George Obiozo took to Fulani Janjaweed to make him the governor of Imo State from number 4 to number 1. Very soon you will know that Imo belongs to Biafra. You will understand that. He will understand it very clearly. Now they are blocked him. Thank God who tried about it. No newspaper. BBC we cannot go to investigate, because they are working for new colonies. They understand what Biafra pretends for the freedom of black people, not just in Africa, but the whole world. They know it. And they are fighting tooth and nail to try to stop this unstoppable movement. Most of them will pay very dearly. I am telling them now, they will pretend they have not heard anything. Then they will respond. You see every manner of idiot will rise up to speak. Now they are profiling and abducting people at all the entry points into where nobody will say anything. That is the thing about black people, and that is why they are the lowest of the low in the whole world, because of their evil nature. When they see evil happening, they keep quiet. That was how slavery was sustained for centuries, until England, of all people, said no to it by abolishing slavery. In fact, even some black people were upset that slavery was abolished. We have the mentality of some people who stay with us till this very day. Purpose of them are very day, and I'm saying it in my mind. This time, do not call. Once we call you and you don't pick your call, that is the end of you. That is the end of you. You can no longer call. You can no. I said no WhatsApp call. It's only on Signal. No WhatsApp call, please. Only on Signal. You can only call on Signal. No WhatsApp call, only on Signal. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling from.
Good morning, sir. My name is Wisdom. I'm calling from Omaya.
Wisdom from Omaya, please go ahead. What is your question?
I just want to thank you for the good work you are doing and what you have been doing for us. May Chukwu Kikabiyama bless you and continue to bless you. What you want to do the time you went to Abuja to negotiate for.
Negotiate for what?
All right, you went to for restructuring so that the seaport will be opened in all these our coastal region. But our brothers, they don't understand this. They are the place of, even today, they increased the fuel or the price of fuel to 212 naira. We are really suffering in this country, and they don't know that we are suffering.
People don't know they are suffering because they prefer to live in denial and stupidity. Sometimes you stop blaming those in Abuja, you stop blaming the Fulani Janjaweed, and we start to blame ourselves. How did we get to this position? That is exactly the reason why I was admonishing Vanguard newspaper and all the journalists in the zoo. They are part and parcel of it. They do not enlighten and educate the people as to their rights and their privileges. They should be enjoying as citizens of any country, anywhere in the world. They have failed very woefully. And that is why people are suffering. The same fuel that was at 86 naira, and the foreign judge will say Jonathan must go. It is 86 naira, it's too high. I will bring it down to 40 today. As you're saying, it is at 200 something, 212 or that. And then people are walking about as if nothing is wrong. That is the brain of a black person. That's what we're seeking to correct. That is the reason why black people are the lowest on the low. They are poor. They see something and they fail to act upon it immediately. This type of nonsense cannot happen in any white man's country. It's not possible. It can never. People will go out and protest. They cannot protest. When they come out, the time we join their hands, they say, "Oh, IPOB has come to hijack." So hijack. And we said we will not participate in the second one. The second one only lasted for 45 minutes. And they rounded them off. Because they don't have the mental toughness needed to prepare. And say you do not approach this story. Only IPOB can defect a revolution. No other group of people can. It's impossible. I'm not busting the it's true. Go and try and see. That is why they are making every effort to try to subdue what we are doing by lying to everybody. Bare-faced lies. And Vanguard was publishing such junk. Unbelievable. This person called Dan, I am going to block you. I took your call a while ago and you idiotically did not answer. The person on the line, can you hear me please? Your name and where you are, if you may.
Good morning from here. I'm calling from Malaysia. My name is Okafor Sadeve.
Okafor, go ahead. We are listening. What's your question?
Yes, my leader. I want to ask you one simple question. When are we start the killing of all these wicked politicians in Igbo land? When are we start of killing them? Because once we chase them out, to get Biafra will be very easy for us. Them and their family members.
I think that a time and place will be appointed by Elohim, the God Almighty. It is not left to us. I think God is going to judge them. It is not up to me to judge, because I think the good book said, you should not judge anyone, that ye may not be judged. I am not going to judge any of them. The same thing with terrorists. All we need to do is to present them before God, and then God will judge them. And very soon that is going to happen. God is going to judge them very soon, not us. Our job, as Putin said, is to make sure that we send them into the presence of God. All of them. They have been killing us. They are abducting us. All of them are now pretending, including BBC people, all some of the gangs of criminals. They are pretending they cannot see what purpose of them is doing. Everybody's pretending on what we get it. You know, people. They are all pretending. You think I'm going to forgive and forget? You must be insane. I can never forgive nor forget. Instead, we all sink. Let them keep abducting. You can see DSS abducting everywhere. The day now we rise up against DSS, people will not start the story from the beginning. They cut it from the beginning. Now DSS is everywhere abducting. British government, they have kept quiet. Daily Trust, they cannot report it. Everybody is quiet. Now they are going. The man and the wife was abducted in Calabar. The wife went to work in their shop. Yesterday, she was taken from them. Everybody is quiet. DSS abducting us. They cannot abduct bandits. They cannot abduct Boko Haram. They cannot abduct all those sponsoring bandits and Boko Haram in the north of the sea. It's only in our land that you see DSS director, a Fulani man, one idiot called Haruna in Imo State, abducting people, and all of you are now keeping quiet. Any day we respond now. You see all the idiots that will rise up. And we are going to respond very soon. You people have not seen madness. You are going to see what is greater, or should I say worse than madness. I'm going to get to this. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling from, if you may.
I am MAZI Moses Teledo. I'm calling from India.
From India, please go ahead. We're listening. The world is listening, of course. Go ahead.
Yes, MAZI, I want to just make a suggestion. This suggestion is all about our brother and our uncle, Abdul Yurosi, who died as a child of circumstances. Because I am aware that he is not involved in the coup, and this is a man who served, who commanded the United Nations Army for good 4 years. The coup plotters did not involve him. The Janjaweed, they planned and they killed him. So I want him to be immortalized. It's my suggestion. In the land of Biafra. And secondly, the war mission that is in Omaya is named Nigerian National War Mission. That is Biafra National War Mission. Where Ojugu, everything about Biafra was, stationed. So I want all those places, I want Biafrans to take over that place. Secondly, we are earnestly expecting you in India. Thank you, MAZI. God bless you. God will continue to protect you. No evil plan of the enemy will come close to you until Biafra is restored.
And beyond. He said, thank you very much for that. On the first one about my great uncle, Abi Ronsi, the only battlefield decorated general in the history of Nigeria. He is the only battlefield decorated general. The only man that earned his stripes, his rank in the battlefield. The rest are all Bota, including Buratai, that just left. They specialize in killing civilians. Ronsi went outside Nigeria to go and fight in the Congo. Commanded the UN there admirably, and was made a general. Not all these people general. That is one thing they don't like about us. That is one thing. I mean, in Britain, there are good people, but always the evil ones overshadow the good people. As I said, in the main, these people are very, very tolerant, very wonderful people, unbiased. But there are pockets of evil amongst them. Ronsi was decorated in the battlefield of Congo, where he fought. Tell me any Fulani Janjaweed that fought outside Nigeria before. None. It is only like killing civilians. Or during the war, when our hands were tied behind our back, food blockade, air, land, and sea blockade by Britain and Russia, they planned and connived and gave them Egyptian pilots, flying MiG aircraft belonging to Russia. Despite the fact that Nigeria was under arms embargo, they gave weapons to go on to come and fight and kill us. But our uncle made a very big mistake. He's from my clan, from my mother's village. A great, great man, no doubt, and we shall do the best we can. But he made a very big mistake. He's my uncle, but I will say it. That Victoria is my aunt, the wife. John, we went to the same school together. He was my senior at Government College of Wanya. We're very close. The families are very close. The Ironsi family and the Kanu family are very close for very many years. I love them very dearly, and I'm sure they do towards me. But my uncle made a very big mistake. The mistake he made was to promulgate a decree uniting Nigeria. He should have listened to what Nzogu had to say. And I think in 2 days' time, not tomorrow, I think on Sunday night, I will do a program specifically to address the issue of Fulani Janjaweedism. And there I will mention my great uncle, Abi Ronsi, a great man. And we shall see what we can do to immortalize him. To be remembered. The only general you have in Nigeria, the only general, as a general, you have to earn your stripes. Those stars you have to earn them. Not in the office by writing petition and writing quota. It's our turn. They give to make a general. That is why you see them fighting their so-called bandits. They cannot defeat them. Quota generals, that's what they are. Only Abi Ronsi, the only Nigeria. I think to an extent, what's this man's name? The one that he first was Brigadier Ogundipe. Well, he wasn't a general. Only Abi Ronsi. That is why thank you very much for this very brilliant question anyway. That is the only man in the history of the Sioux military that went outside, fought the war and won, and came back as a general. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are. Can you hear me? He cannot hear me. He cannot hear me. He cannot hear me. He has left. He has left. I'm sure that many more people are on the line trying the best they can to try and get it. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are.
Yes, my leader. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Vincent Okechukwu. I am calling from Casablanca, Morocco.
Casablanca in Morocco. Please go ahead. The world is listening.
Yes, my leader, you know, history have it that when Jewish state want to restore their state, the Olongon man kill all those who do not support in Jewish state. This is high time. I just want to make a contribution. This is high time we kill every goddamn shit that is not supporting ESN and IPOB in Biafra land, especially the Eastern governors and all those people, including Joey Bugwe and everybody. Those people that are talking like rubbish against ESN and IPOB must go down. We will have to send them to court for judgment. That's what I want to contribute, my leader.
Thank you. I'm not going to kill anybody, please. I want to make this very, very clear. I am not going to kill anybody, but my job is to ensure that we present them before God for judgment. I'm not going to judge anybody. I'm not going to execute anybody. It is for God to do all of that, not me. Thank you very much. Of course, I can understand your anger. My dear brother, I can understand your anger. We share the same anger. Look at the way the Fulanis are fighting to take over our land. And we are struggling to defend our land. And some of our people are supporting the Fulani to take over our land. Very, very sad. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please, if you may.
Good morning. This is Daniel. I'm calling from Belgium.
From Belgium, thank you very much. The world is listening. Please go ahead.